took my box truck to the mud to see if we can get it stuck. We're going completely off-road. We drove about an hour to get here, and it does say, gives you a little disclaimer, that these are risky roads. Poor road conditions, travel at your own risk. That's what I like to hear. Now, Alexis's friend is also coming out here with his two-wheel drive Explorer. I've got a two-wheel drive truck too, so that is a recipe for a disaster. But anyways, if one of us gets stuck, he is bringing a tow strap. I don't think there's any mud. We will see. I think it's gonna be all like clay like this, nothing wet. If it does get wet, I'm gonna avoid it because obviously this thing will get stuck. A dually two-wheel drive in any sort of mud or snow, not a good idea. Good for sliding, but not for actually getting out of sticky situations. Definitely feeling the lift kit now. Nah, it's not that bad actually. Could be worse, but I think like the majority of this trail is like this, so it's like pretty good as long as you don't go in the ditch. If you go in the ditch, you're stuck. So we're not gonna do that. Well, that is such a party pooper. They closed off the rest of it. That was fun though. We definitely need to get some clips. Alexis was like the whole time, but that was really fun. And the truck did well, so it didn't handle too bad. It wasn't too bumpy. Oh boy, we're cooking up some cool videos. You good? You look terrified back there. So I think we're gonna get out of here now. I mean, it is a little bit damp actually. It's not completely dry. That's why I was like sliding a little bit at some point. But yeah, there's literally a marsh right there. We are gonna get out of here. I don't wanna be on this road at night. Could be sketchy with people coming the other way. And that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
A few moments later.
Jesus.
1 week later.
The freaking mud. Apparently Florida has had record snowfall. The most snow, I think it even tops like 1989. So this is the most snow that we've ever had. I think we should take the truck to the snow. The only reason why we're not outside right now is because it is literally so cold Alexa's about to freeze alive. I'm even cold. This wind chill is no joke, but we're going to the snow in Florida. We're about 2 hours in. We're still in search of the snow, so we need to keep going until we find the snow. Unfortunately, there was a lot of rain. Like, I know it snowed in this area, so it washed it all away. So now we're gonna have to find the areas where it snowed more than 6 inches, and that requires going even further. Aren't you so excited? It all got washed away, that's why you don't see anything. But if you pay close attention to the treetops, you can see some. We found it. Look at this, even the road has ice on it. Be very careful. And now we can have some fun. So I didn't want to push my luck a little too hard. We're already on a dirt road with a 2-wheel drive. Getting in here, it was all snow road. I mean, we'll go through it again. The thing is that the truck can make it through if you go slow. If you go a little faster, it starts sliding. And if the mud gets too deep, you're screwed. So I'm gonna be very careful. We don't need a whole tow truck rescue operation out here in the cold. I'm not gonna push my luck, but we need to find an open area. Snow in Florida. The last time it snowed like this was like literally, I think 30 years ago. It does not snow like this often, especially in Tallahassee. Maybe in the Panhandle, they got a couple of sprinkles. They got 6 inches of snow last night here at like 3 o'clock in the morning. And it's pretty crazy because I never thought I would see snow like this in Florida. Never seen it before. I'm 23 years old, 23 years on this planet, and I have never seen snow in Florida. We could try to go through that, but I feel like that's a somewhat of a bad idea because it's a lot of mud. And I'm only 2-wheel drive. If I was 4-wheel drive, I would send it through there. I also don't know how deep that is, so I don't need to like get stranded 4 hours from Orlando and 6 hours from home. Yeah, not a good idea. Back there.
7.
7? No way. Is there ankle underneath the ground?
No.
Why are you capping? So we still have the runaway problem where the fuel pump, like either the plunger gets stuck or the injectors are leaking so much that it gets extra fuel when it shouldn't. So unfortunately, I can't do it again because it's literally trying to redline itself and build boost to the moon whenever I'm on the throttle. And it's not an oil runaway because when I turn the key off, it stops, which means that the fuel pump shutoff is working. So if it were an oil runaway, then it would just keep going and it would be using it as fuel. But oh my God, we got this thing dirty. I mean, that's some mudding for sure. Look at that too. The lights are smoking because it's so cold outside. Those LEDs are hot. Pretty wild stuff. Tell you guys what, I will never take this truck to snow like that again because I'll show you all what the road looked like. I was so locked in, could not film it. It was about to slide off the road. There were 4 cars in the ditch in the first 10 minutes we got back on the road. Definitely wasn't a good idea to send it anyways, but we got out of it somehow. Some of it luck, some of it the fact that I went super slow, but I'm never doing that again. 2-wheel drive truck in the snow, rear-wheel drive, whatever you want to call it, not a good idea if there's actually a lot of snow and ice. And especially since I'm in Florida, I don't think they properly went through there with salt and cleared the roads, there was actually ice and snow from the day before packed, and we're driving over it. And I'm seeing people spin out next to me. I saw some guy like literally come up on my tail going 60 and he loses control. Not a good time. So if you look to the left, that's exactly what we were driving on. Straight ice and snowpack. We're still 50 minutes away, and I saw a semi-truck with a blown out tire riding on straight wheel. I'll show you all in a second. You can see the freaking sparks flying everywhere. Kind of crazy. We've seen like 5 accidents today. That's enough. Another semi-truck merged and took out a car. Saw that happen. Then we had to do some evasive maneuvers to avoid the whole thing. Today has been a trip. On a random side note, there is a chance that my license may have been suspended, and it involves a truck and a parking ticket. I'll explain in just a sec. There's like no reason it should have been suspended, but I think they may have done it to me. Long story short, I decided to contest a parking ticket, and then I backed out of contesting it because I felt like it wasn't safe to actually make it on time to the magistrate hearing due to the icy road conditions that occurred on this trip. So I asked them, is that okay if I don't show up, and is there any way I can just pay the fee and not show up ahead of time, right? They said, yes, of course, that's fine. This is obviously the police department and the city. They said, that's fine, yes, you can pay it, we'll cancel the hearing, you just need to call here. And they gave me that response in the morning. Well, I tried to call, they didn't answer, I never ended up being able to pay it. And yeah, I left voicemails, all these messages, emails, no response. I think the hearing still occurred, and they may have suspended my license and issued a warrant for my arrest because I did not show up to the hearing, even though I told them I'm not going. So we're gonna try to figure this out at City Hall right now, because that's not a good situation. I wasn't able to reach anybody with my messages, calls, and emails, so hopefully I can reach someone in person when I go talk to them. I'm kind of confused. I don't really know what's going on because I was just able to pay it and no other notice of the hearing or anything. So it's paid, got the receipt. I don't know. I hope they don't suspend my license because of this. I really wish we could have gotten a chance to fly the plane in the snow, but we didn't. What I went ahead and did is I actually put way bigger landing gear on there. These are like adapted. They're not supposed to be on here. They're from like an F-16. Big plane. They're duct taped on. But I wanted to see if we can finally get this thing to land in the grass. That would be awesome. So hopefully the duct taped landing gear will do the job, and the bigger tires. I guess we'll have to find out. Just to show you all what happened before on the other landing gear. If I tipped it forward, it would have thrown the prop off and the prop would have striked. So same problem we have now. We need more groomed grass. The soccer field's not gonna cut it. I guess we're gonna have to hand throw it, and I'll try to land it anyways. It's too nose heavy. She's a little bit heavy with these big landing gears. Nose heavy, that's why it died. It broke. We broke it. Well, that was a short endeavor. First throw, we kind of snapped the plastic part that makes the propeller spin. See it right there. It's okay, the plane comes with extra ones, but I didn't bring the box with me. So we're a decommissioned flight for now. Got to make sure we get all the salt off of this thing from our little expedition. If there was any salt. I don't know if there was. I don't want to take chances. We got a rust-free frame right now. We don't need to change that.
One eternity later.
We were a little bit too nose heavy with the crazy big gear. I stepped it down, got a replacement one, and these are a little bit bigger than the ones that actually came originally with the plane, and I hope this can now give us the ability to take off. So you can see the size difference, and they're like a more durable foam as compared to this. So I think maybe now we can take off in the grass. I'm not entirely sure. Let's test it. I'm hoping that it can take off in this. Might be able to. Oh, and by the way, I was able to repair this plane. I got a replacement like prop holder and just pressed it in with a new prop. It is red, it's not yellow anymore, but you can still change it for the yellow one. I want to rock the red for now. I think the replacement was like $5 for like 10 props and 10 of those little plastic things. Super easy to fix. It's just basically that thing that goes there that I just pulled off. So you just pop it back on. And since you can't just land on clay because it'll get caught, this place has a rake. So I'm gonna make my landing strip just by raking it up like this. See, that's the thing, it wants to go straight. There. Hurry up this time. A lot of wind. Okay, a lot of wind. Yeah, that's what it is. See that? Mm-hmm. It's the wind. And permission to buzz the tower. Don't overshoot the runway now. Oh my god. Such a bad crosswind. Caught a ridge. Room that it can't take off. Ooh, it almost tipped. You see that?
Uh-huh.
Here she goes. I'm gonna try landing again.
Okay.
Oh, man, it's hard with that wind. That's pretty much gonna do it for this video. We're gonna figure out how we can do this in the snow sometime soon. I mean, there's not gonna be any snow in Florida, but maybe somewhere up the United States. I had a lot of fun. Wish I could have done it in the snow, but if you guys enjoyed it, please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And let me know if you like the RC stuff. We could do some more of it.